Hey, I got a quick question for you. Are you going to be in business for the long haul? The reason I ask is because Google is also going to want to know. What up there, guys? Izzy here once again with Do It Yourself Junk Removal SEO, where I help junk removal companies, dumpster rental companies, small business owners teach them how to design their own search engine optimized websites, teach them about SEO to get their businesses found online organically, which will save them thousands and thousands of dollars from getting for advertising costs by just getting their business found online naturally for the services they're already providing. And today I want to discuss something that a lot of people, especially younger folk, don't really get a grasp on things about being in it for the long haul. Are you in junk removal business, dumpster rental business, any business? Are you just going for it right now because you're thinking you can make some quick money right now? Or is this something that you're going to do for the long haul? Are you committed to years from now still doing this business, still working on it, and all that stuff that you're doing? Because this is the way I was when I started to learn this SEO and website design. I probably started 6, 7 years ago now that I'm thinking about it. I was committed to doing this for the long haul. I've been driving a truck for a long time. Not that there's anything wrong um, with working. I think working is a good thing if as long as you get a good paying job. I never really disliked driving a concrete truck. The only thing is that I always felt like I could do more. That's all I ever felt. Some of the time that took, I mean, that's just life. Work, you have to work. Period. There's no way around it. You have to work. But I felt like I wanted to do more, so I, took on the challenge of learning all this SEO, the website design, and it's taking me years and years and years to develop all these skills. So this is why I ask if you are in it for the long haul. And the reason that I ask that is because Google, the search engine, also wants to know, believe it or not. See, the main thing with Google search, the whole thing that the reason they're number one is because over the decades they've developed probably the best search engine on planet Earth, and it's taken them a very very long time to do that. And they never want to. They've gotten to the point where that's Google's basically become a word now. People say go Google it. It's a, what do they call it? A noun, a verb? I don't know what the hell they call it, but and what Google does now is always protect its own brand. It never wants to soil its own name by putting up shitty search results for its end user. What Google wants is for people to constantly use its search engine. It's so far ahead from Bing, Yahoo, all these other search engines. Those other ones don't even have a prayer, and Google does never want to, how do you say, sacrifice that. Never wants to make sure it never gives up that lead. So one of the things that Google's looking for when it ranks websites is the age of the domain. It's something that a lot of these SEO companies, SEO agencies, and digital marketing people don't really talk about all that much. But I see it over and over again that Google is always looking for age. You have to follow, like I said, all the things I always talk about: your title tags, meta description, H1 title tags, H2 title tags, description, all that stuff, the good setup of the website. But one of the massive factors Google's always looking at is the age of the domain. And I wanted to bring this up and I wanted to make this video just to show you guys real quick that I want to prove it to you guys right now. So I looked up some companies, for example, here, just some of the bigger cities and bigger in some states, and just looked up junk removal in those areas and see which websites rank on the top. For example, I see this one, Gator Removal in Miami, Fred's Junk Removal, this is in San Diego, Mike's Hauling, where were these guys at? In Washington, D.C., Junk Removal, this is in Portland, Oregon. This one's Seattle Rubbish Removal, this is in Seattle. This was in Junk Hauler in Boise, Idaho, and one in Utah Junk Pickup. These are all the organic websites that are showing up underneath the map listings when somebody types in junk removal in their area. In the number one website underneath here, that's not a big corporate one or a big franchise. So what I did is I copied all those domain names and I put it into a domain age checker. I put them all in one shot right here, popped them in there, checked the domains, and you could see the ages of these domains. Fred's Junk Removal, 10 years old. Gators, 4 years. Mike's Hauling, this is the one in San Diego, 14 years old, the domain. One in Portland is 9 years, almost 10 years. Seattle's is 16 years old. Junk Hauler, 10 years. The newest one was the Utah one, was 3 years, basically almost 4 years. So you could see this proves that Google's always going to favor a domain that's got some age to it. And they probably are following the rules of SEO and all that stuff, so it's favoring them. So even if you build a website out in San Diego that's really well optimized and all that stuff, it's still going to take some time to overtake something like this one, the one that's 14 years old. It's so old. Google does not want to tarnish his own brand because Google trusts this website. It's been around for a long time. It's probably following the rules of SEO. Which one is it here? I think it was Fred's, this one here. It's following all the rules. So it's one of the reasons that it's sitting there. And Google's just not going to just, some guy that just set up some website tomorrow, gets it all designed. Google's not just going to place that website on the first page of Google because that business could suck. It's got a terrible reputation. It's got no history. It's got nothing. It's just like the real world. If you just started a junk removal business, just 3 months ago, you barely got a truck and a trailer and you're out there going, well, the chances of you, I mean, let's be real, the chances of you succeeding are very, very difficult, especially in a competitive market. You're going to have to work and build that reputation, build your brand, build your customer reviews, get the word of mouth. It's going to take some time. And the exact same thing happens with these websites, especially local business websites that rank on Google. You have to build that reputation. You have to start off by building a good website. You start doing the business citations, optimize your listing, and start working with the backlinks. And with time and effort, it's going to have your website start to push towards the top of the businesses. And this is why I ask, are you in it for the long haul, or is just something that you just came up with, a couple weeks ago because you saw some videos on YouTube? You go, oh, I can make money doing junk removal or whatever it may be. Or in my case, oh, I can make money designing websites or anything like that. There's tons of people doing it out there, just like the junk removal. So you have to know if you are committed, because if you're not, believe it or not, Google filters you out. They know, they know most people will build a domain name. They'll go to GoDaddy, purchase a domain name for 1 year, set up some hosting. After 12 months, it expires. They're gone, never to be seen again. This is one of the reasons that Google doesn't like these new domains, because it doesn't think they're going to be sticking around. I completely agree with how the algorithm works. I mean, it's designed perfectly to filter out just people that are just going to be in there for a year and then be gone. So if you're committed to making this work, you have to be committed to, creating a good looking website, start doing everything for the SEO, get out there and do business, get business any ways that you can do with good Google ads, Craigslist, whatever you guys do. The only thing I teach is SEO, and it's a long-term play. It takes a long time, but in the long run, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, 18 months down the road, it's really, really pays off in the long run to get you business in that manner. You can still be doing Google ads, word of mouth, good work out there, Craigslist, whatever you do. SEO is just a tentacle in one of your many branches of doing business out in the real world out there. So that's all I got for you guys. If you guys want to learn about all the things that I do, how to design your own website, how to do the SEO, I have a complete course that'll show you how to do that step by step, so you can save thousands and thousands of dollars in the long run, especially for you guys in the beginning. Most of you guys have a lot of time on your hands and you don't have a lot of money. So, and as you progress and you start getting in business and you start doing much better and you start generating some income, you're going to have less time on your hands, but you're going to have a lot more money, so you can just pay to get all this stuff done. So this is why I designed my course to either do it yourself, or like I said, I provide the services for you as well if that's something that you're looking to do to get your business going online. So again, that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for checking out my channel. Until next time.